A time when both egg and the brooding parent are permanently at risk. Smaller oviraptors are no more than a nuisance. Larger predators are a different story. Unwilling to leave the nest, the adult protects its offspring, first by hiding, and if that fails, it goes on the offensive. Protecting the nest means Gigantoraptor's young are more likely to survive. It now seems clear that the instinct to nurture and care for a nest of eggs had its origins with the dinosaurs. It's a behavior that was so successful it's still widespread today with birds. But the fossils show something else. These animals all died sitting on their nests.
Navega con internet ultra veloz de Claro. Pídelo en Triple Play con Max incluido por 74,590 pesos por 6 meses. ¡Compra aquí!
It seems that the threats don't always come from predators. Sometimes the real danger comes from the most unlikely places. These dinosaurs were all buried alive. Spinosaurus is a predator, but one that hunts in water. It's Ichthyophagus, a fish eater. This is Onchopristis, an 8-meter-long giant sawfish, similar to those alive today. The saw-like rostrum is lined with lethal barbs and is in itself up to 2.5 meters in length. It's thought they migrated into freshwater rivers to breed, where the young may be safer, but the adults are exposed to new threats. their breeding season at its height, these rivers are filled with Onchopristis. It's the perfect hunting opportunity for Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus's conical teeth evolved to grip prey rather than tear off flesh. For that, it needs powerful arms and claws. With prey plentiful, Spinosaurus can afford to be wasteful, a fact which other dinosaurs take full advantage of. Rugops, an 8-meter carnivore. Anywhere else it might dominate. But here it is dwarfed by Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is unique, with long, narrow jaws and nostrils set high on its head. Its teeth were straight and conical. They gave us a clue as to how it killed. More evidence came in 2008, when Spinosaurus' skull was put through a CT scanner. It revealed a curious pattern of holes and sinuses in the snout that looked just like those of crocodiles. It's thought these contained pressure sensors. Sensors that, like a crocodile, can detect prey, making it perfectly adapted to hunting in water. This discovery gives us our best evidence of exactly how it hunted. Able to hold its snout in water because of its high nostrils, it can strike without even seeing its prey. Hunting on land, Spinosaurus is also forced into direct competition with any large predators living in the same environment. And here, that can only mean one animal. Carcharodontosaurus. Contests over carcasses are common. But outcomes of such fights are far from guaranteed. Risk of injury for big animals is acute. Modern Komodo dragons are often killed in fights over carcasses. More than 3 meters longer, Spinosaurus has size and power on its side. But Carcharodontosaurus has the more lethal bite. This time the Spinosaurus triumphed. But the balance of power between these two deadly killers is a precarious one. In 2008, a Spinosaurus vertebra was recovered. Part of the tall neural spine of the bone was broken off. It appeared to have been bitten in half. It's been suggested that the bite was inflicted by Carcharodontosaurus. Spinosaurus was the last and the largest of the fish-eating dinosaurs. But ultimately these specialists were doomed. Something way beyond their control was their downfall. 94 million years ago, the climate changed. Global sea levels began to rise. The swamps and rivers that Spinosaurus thrived in gradually were lost. With their loss, Spinosaurus' specialism became a vulnerability. And the biggest predator ever known. With their loss, Spinosaurus' specialism became a vulnerability. And the biggest predator ever known to have walked the earth disappeared. But first impressions can be deceptive. This isn't the parent. But first impressions can be deceptive. This isn't the parent. This is a Scorpio venator, a predator. The skeleton found at the nest site was almost certainly a nest raider, preying on the hatchlings. Thing's real parent and the owner. The hatchling's real parent and the owner of the enormous vertebra is Argentinosaurus, a plant-eating giant that dwarfs everything around it. From the bones that were found, we've calculated that Argentinosaurus was a colossal 35 meters long and weighed as much as 75 tons. The hatchlings themselves weighed about 5 kilos. They had to fend for themselves immediately. From studying the embryos and looking at the bones of the adults, we know that the growth of these giants was phenomenal. Over 40 years, they grew from 5 kilograms to an astonishing 75,000 kilograms. At their peak, it's been calculated they grow up to 40 kilograms every day. The dinosaur embryos are so well preserved, we can see they already have their teeth in preparation for a lifetime of eating.
Quiero matarlo, quiero que lo pisen, quiero que lo aplaste, quiero que se muera.
But becoming a giant takes more than simply turning tons of food into muscle. It's about the success and survival of a species over millions of years.
5 años vivo, yo miraba eso y quería matarlo.
One way to increase the chances of survival is by having lots of
Y hasta
offspring.
meterle en una candela
And the best way
entera.
to do that is by laying eggs.
Quiero matarlo.
Lots of them. The nest site in Patagonia stretches for an astonishing 15 kilometers and contains tens of thousands of eggs.
Quiero matarlo.
And the site was used continuously for hundreds of thousands of years.
Diplodocus y son lindos para matarlos. Chao, aquí fue el video de hoy. Chao.